Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're working on the 6.0 yet again. So it's still in the shop. Working on putting radio in it right now, but that was probably the last video that y'all seen. But what we're doing right now is we're gonna head to Conway, go eat, and do some stuff. And we'll run by Best Buy. I need to get some RCA couplers, so we'll run down there. If they're open, hopefully they're open. Today is the first of the year, so they might not be open, but if nothing else, we'll run by there tomorrow. And well, we'll see if we can grab some of those couplers and an RCA cable, because I believe that one's going to be just a little bit too short. Okay, guys, so I'm actually filming this prior. We're actually working on installing the radio for the time being, but for the rear camera, we're going to go ahead and pre-wire this. That way, well, when this video goes up and we put the camera in, this will already be done. So I figured I'd go ahead and film it. But on the back of the radio, we have rear camera input, which goes to our RCAs. And then we have our red wire that goes here into the radio harness. And then this little harness down here will plug into power on the camera, and then this will plug in with that power. So this will power I think the trigger for the camera. I think's how that works. I don't know that for sure, but that's kind of my understanding. But we're getting everything put together for the radio, so I figured I would film this real quick. Alrighty, guys, so it is the next day and we are here at Best Buy. So I'll run in here, see if I can find a couple of those couplers and RCA cable. And then I also think I'm going to stop and get some stuff to reseal the taillights on the 6.0. But that'll be in a whole different video. Anyway, I'm running here and we will see what we can find. Alright, guys, so we just got back. And what we picked up is some RCA couplers, and then in here we have some clear silicone. We'll get to that later, and some RCA cables. So we're gonna get started here. You've seen in the last video we run everything into this box here. Sorry it's dark, but run everything to that box. So we need to run it over, across the dash, and down through the floor. So I'm going to get started by pulling the carpet back, pull the kick panels out, and that should give us access to the grommet that we're going to use for this. But I'm going to get some extra light in here because it's dark, because it rains and these shop lights don't like rain. I'm turning these LEDs on, get some light, and get started pulling a bunch of stuff out here. That way we can pull the carpet up. Alright, guys, so I got this door seal plate pulled off here. I didn't have to pull the kick panel. I just kind of lifted it up and pulled the carpet over. Very dirty, but and also pulled this piece off here. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take everything from here and run it over and through. I don't know, yeah, you can see my finger right there. Run it over and through, and I'll probably run it down back here under the carpet and come out this grommet here, and that should be fine. That's what I've seen a bunch of people do. And you know, some would say, well, you'd probably break the wire stepping on it, but there's so much matting here, I don't think you would ever have any issues with the wiring. And then for the radio, we got to connect this blue and yellow right here, so we'll do that as well. These for the radio here, we're gonna leave these in here, as well as a little mic. But the RCAs, we will run over, down, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, anyway, I'm gonna get started. I gotta, I'm probably gonna pull that grommet out, see what's underneath there. And then, if there's nothing, we'll make a slit in it, run that down and through, and get it sealed back up. That way water can't come back up and through. So anyway, I'm gonna get started here in just a second. I gotta run up to the house, do some stuff real quick, and then we'll get back on this. Alrighty guys, so my grandpa is working on getting everything routed around and down into the through the floorboard. But I'm gonna go ahead and mount our camera at our rear license plate. I got everything hooked up here. This yellow RCA, which runs into this coupler here. This just, see if I can get it one-handed. It just plugs in there, and then the other end of the RCA will plug into it. And then on this power down here, this will go to ground and taillight. And then we have another wire coming off that we're going to have to extend. That will run back to the taillight as well. Okay guys, so I'm here at the back of the truck. My grandpa's working on getting everything run back. And I'd watched a couple videos on YouTube. And the general consensus was people run them through the frame to the inside, run them with the harness. Well, the issue of that being is at the fuel tank, there's really not nothing you can do there, because you can't get in there to zip tie it to the harness or anything. So I'm gonna have to run it, and just keep in mind when you run it, try to keep away from things that move, anywhere that can cut the wires, pinch the wires, anything like that. But while he was working on that, I did get our camera mounted. I wish we could do something a little different here, but I don't want to run it through this gap. Well, there's not a gap, but run it through here, because again, that could cut our wiring here. But I got it taped to the bumper harness back here for the sensors that don't work. I got that tied there and run down through here. And I did, I wish I would have took a picture of it, but I did tape these two connections together. That way when we're running our wires and wiring everything in, we don't accidentally pull those apart. So that's kind of where we're at. And this one will go to the one that my grandpa's working running back, and then the red wire off of it, and this red wire will tie in to reverse. I don't know if we're going to try to run it up and tap into that, or if we're going to try to tap in to my switch or my line in here, because we've already tapped that into reverse, and it has its own reverse light. So we might tap into it because there's not much room to tap into the back of the taillights. But we'll just have to figure all of that kind of stuff out. But anyway, I do need to reseal these tails at some point. So if we have to pull those out, I'll go ahead and do that. But we might, like I said, we might just tap in to my strip there. Alrighty guys, so we got well, we got the camera up. Now, myself, I'll probably do a full review video later on, but when it doesn't hurt near as much to talk. But we did get the camera on here. As you can see, lights work. We got everything zip tied up in here. That's why the tailgate's off. We have it grounded over here by my strip. So power tied in along with the strip where it runs through and up to the tail light. And there it is. Everything's loomed. Everything's all nice. But if we come in here, we still have to hook up the trigger in here. But for the time being, there is our camera. So we've got to put all this back together. But so the camera does stay on, which is pretty nice. And then you can go back out of it like so. And then to go back to the camera, all you have to do is hit camera. So it's pretty nice. And it would be nice too if you use trailer or something other. You're going down the road, you can just hit camera and check on what you're towing or whatever, without physically turning around. Especially if you're towing at night or have dark windows, or you have a camper shell. Okay guys, so one interesting thing I will say, y'all know I have reverse, and then reverse here. But when you hit the camera button on the radio itself, a second ago when I took it out of park or when I took it out of reverse into park, all the reverse lights stayed on. So I guess it's sort of like a command feature or so. No, they're not on right now. So, I don't know. Well, like I said, we'll figure all that out. But, yeah. So right now the camera's not on. What happens if you put it in reverse? Camera, come on. Okay, there we go. You're probably hitting the wrong button. Anyway, hit camera on the radio screen, and the reverse lights do come on. They're not as bright, but they do come on. So that could be pretty nice. That way you don't have to set the park brake, put the truck in reverse and shut it off or whatever if you need some light back behind you. And on this truck, I don't have any auxiliary light back here. So that's actually pretty neat, that you can do a command like that. But we're gonna go ahead, put the tailgate back on the truck, and well, I guess I'll film backing this thing out of here and show y'all what everything looks like. Alrighty guys, so let's get this thing. I like that radio, I really do, but this thing's been in here. It is cold, but I'm going to get this thing back down here. Get that. Back. Alright, so let's back this thing up out of here. Then we'll take a look at the camera together. We kind of got it halfway set. So that's well, the camera's not the best, but I will say it's pretty nice to have, and my camera is not focusing on the screen there. It's not going to. A little staticky, but there we go. There's a little better representation there. So it's pretty good, and I will say, since you know, I have tinted windows, even with reverse, you can't see much. So that thing is definitely nice. A little flicker in the headlight there. So well, it's very cold. So anyway, we're about to go eat, do some other stuff. It is 6:11. So we've been out here today. We did go to Conway and get that stuff earlier, but we've been out here today since 9:30 or so. So I'm gonna call it a day. Again, still kind of sick, so it's definitely nice to have this done. So I need this thing to go get some stuff tomorrow, first thing in the morning. But anyway, guys. Sorry I didn't get to show y'all everything. You know, a lot of stuff is a bit difficult to get a camera into and everything like that. So I do apologize for that. See, look at this. Stuff like the Massey. So I know the Massey's back there. You can see it. But with this backup camera, you get that from the exhaust there. But you can see the tractor back there. It's pretty cool. I really like it. super nice. And again, truck's in drive and it still stays on until you go back out, which is pretty nice. Again, you know, if you're loading up a trailer or not at night, or if you're going down the road and you want to check on something on your trailer, or you know, whatever, or during the day even, you want to check on something during your trailer, you just come over here, hit that, and you can still see pretty well at night here. So I'm pretty happy with that. Again, I will have a review video coming up after I give it some time, see how everything does with it. I will have a review video out for y'all, as well as one on this here radio. But guys, I'm exhausted. Again, I've been sick for like a week now, so it's definitely nice to have this done. But anyway, guys, that is going to be a wrap for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video or possibly found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day. And I will also say, this is probably dependent on the camera that you have and the radio that you have and everything else. So this is not like a how-to video. This is just what I did here on my truck, and well, it works. So, you know, let's take it with a grain of salt. Now, I know a lot of y'all would say, well, you know, you need to have it where it comes on with reverse, and that is true. In here, this yellow, I believe it was this yellow wire, I believe is what we hooked it up to, is reverse trigger. So we need to run that down through the bottom of the dash and hook it up with the junction box. And we also need to get the park brake lockout deal wired in. So we're not exactly done with this. We're just done with it for right now, because again, I need to have the truck at, well, here in about 12 hours. So again, that's just kind of where we're at with it. But anyway, guys, that is going to be a wrap for today's video. Like I said, if y'all enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button, because we do have much more in store for the 6.0, the white truck, and the Chrysler 300. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day.